Hello everyone, welcome to Lighthouse Stamping with Lorraine. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Vancouver, Washington. Thank you for joining me today. Before we get started, the housekeeping notes. All the product I'm using, all the dimensions are listed below. There's a link to my online store if you wish to purchase any of these products and help support my channel. There's a link to our Facebook group. We'd love to have you join that. There's my email address if you have any questions or want to find out about in-person classes. And finally, remember to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and help me grow in YouTube world. Today we're going to be playing with Perfectly Pears, but a little quick reminder that we have an in-color product sale going on until the 31st of August. You get 15% off. And now it's not just the basic colors, you know, like Timid Tiger and Strawberry Slush. It's also DSP that contains that and the bling. So if you go on there, you can see what is available. So we'll go from there. So back to Perfectly Pears. We're going to be making a card, and I'm going to show you. This is the piece of DSP we're going to be using. This piece is from here. And I have another piece. I'm putting this back together to show you. Some people look at this and say, oh, we can't make cards out of this because there's a big white space in the center. Wrong. It's a great scrapbook page, but this is the card I made from this center section, so it would look like this piece here. So today we're going to use this corner section to make a card similar to this, but it will look different because of the layout of the floral and the pears. So I just wanted to show you where I got that. Pick that up here. And let's get started. So we are going to need the inside of our card, which is 4 by 5 1/4. We need some scrap of white, probably that's more than I need, and an envelope. And let me grab a mat. This one is also foam polymer. So let's work on the inside first and the envelope. Then we're going to use some flowers on those two, and then we're going to put a verse on the inside that says, and I didn't put that on the block straight, a good friend is a gift. Let's reline that up. That looks much better. And I'm going to use Old Olive for my verse. Just like that. And I'm going to leave the Old Olive open for the moment. And we are going to just move that over there so I don't set my arm in it. We're going to grab Petal Pink for these cute little flowers. And we'll put a little cluster there. And a little cluster right there. And that's in Petal Pink. And then I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo for my centers. There's this cute little stamp. And let's see here. If you line up the two bigger ones, and they go in these two open ones, like this, the third one will fall right into place. And we have that cute little flower, just like that. And there's that one. So that's the inside of our card. Next, we need to do the parts that we are going to, I'll use this piece here, that we are going to be die cutting. So we're first going to stamp in Old Olive the double pears. And over on this side, I'm going to stamp out thank you, but leaving plenty of room for my die. And that should be it for this one. Now we need, I'm using Darling Duckling and Cajun Craze for the insides of my pears. So, and let's see if I can line these up without getting my head too far into the camera. Oh, that's pretty good, not too bad. And then I'm going to use a sponge dauber. Now, I know you've seen me and other people use the sponge daubers. You put the daffodil on and you put it right on there. I wanted such a faint color of blush on this that when I tried to do it this way, it was just too dark for me, because the pears that we have around here are similar to this color, a little browner, but similar. We grow Bartlett pears around here. So I'm just going to tap this gently, and then I'm coming over here and I'm tapping off a lot. And then I'm just going to go right in the center. I'm holding it just ever so slightly. And right through the center here. Just rotating this a little bit to make sure just to give it the littlest blush on those pears. So this is two-step stamping. Unfortunately, there's not a second part for the leaves of the small ones. So you either leave them like that or you color them. So I'm going to use the blends. I'm using Old Olive. I'm going to come in here with the dark first. Just put a little strip of dark right where the lines are here. Not much. And then I'm going to come in here with light, go over everything and blend it all out. Or you could leave them the way that I had them, but I liked them colored. And I'm going to go ahead and do the stalks too. You could do the stalks in a different color if you wanted, but yeah, me and my sister were just taught how to stamp, and she says, the pears should be ripe here really soon. I said, I know. We have a farm we go out to and buy pears from, because we do love our Bartlett pears. So we need to die cut those. So in there's a die to cut that, and then there's two label dies in this set. There's this little one and the longer one, and I'm using the longer one. So let's get a little cranky over here. My pears. And my label, I want it right in the center. Trying to get nice and straight. I'm trying to get it straight in the label. I stamped a little crooked. There's our beautiful pears. And our thank you. And I sure did mess that up big time. I did not do a good job on that. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix that, 'cause I can do better. You know, sometimes you just make a mistake. Tell you what, this time, let's do this different. I'm going to try. Let's die cut this first and try stamping on it and see if it goes a little easier and we'll get it straight. As you know me, I don't edit my videos. I make a mistake, I show you how to fix it or try something else. Plate's went crooked. I know it's wrong. You can do it either side, but I'm pulling it myself. It's at the wrong angle. Okay. Now, no, stop playing, Lori. These people have valuable time and they want to see you do your video without having all the errors. But I'll set that over there in case I don't do better. So let's try this one more time. Yeah, put it on the paper first, or put it like that. Die cut it and then stamp it. I mean, this one's still usable, but this one's better. Okay, let's build this card. Oh, we do need two more things. We are using, what's it called? I always get the name of this punch. I always call it the point label. It's To the Point Label Punch. This one. We need a Flirty Flamingo. And we need a Petal Pink. Card base, which now has something all over it, but we're going to cover it up so it's okay, which is 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. And of course we have the inside of our card. Okay, then we have a piece of Flirty Flamingo that is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So you can have nice little borders on this. And then we have a piece of the DSP that's 4 by 5 1/4. Just like that. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Flirty Flamingo one, and I'm going to cut it in half. So I got the 2 points on either end, and I'm going to cut the opposite side right through the middle. And what I want to do, make sure you can tell what's, when you punched it out, what goes down and what doesn't. I want to put this in here just like this, so I have a little petal pink border on it. So grab my seal and put a little strip of seal there. Put it right behind that one. just like that. And then we'll convert. That's that one. And my seal. And do the other side. Just adding a little border. Trying to make sure it's about the same distance on each side. And it is sticky on the back, so you want to watch where you do set it down. Okay, now I'm going to bring the other card back in. I put the other one dead center because we had a lot of white space, but now I have more white space over on this side. And I also set this one this way, but I'm thinking I'm going to go this way on this one. But I'm going to try it out both ways. No, I think this direction. So we are covering up a little bit, but not too much. About like that. So I'm going to glue that one down right there. You can decide now if you use the other side, the pattern's on this side, you'd be over further that way. And you go this way or that way, you know, it's up to you. About like that. And then we'll grab us some dimensionals. For our little pears. And I believe I have a side strip over here. I do. I'm just going to bring a strip in here. Just look about the length I need. Or you could use little halves or minis across here. And I was off just a little bit. Luckily they tear real easy. So I'm going to put on here my little pears. And I'm going to go this way a little bit. I'm laying them out just slightly different than the other one. And this I want to go across the bottom, right where the two join. This one's laid out just slightly different, but that's okay. That's the point of this card, is you can lay it out any way you want. They all don't have to be the same. And then I made a little bow out of, this is the Mossy Meadow and Gold ribbon. And grab a glue dot here. And I put that one right in the center. This one, I'm going to move off to the side here, this way. Just give a little different look. I like that. And then for bling, we are using the low profile sparkle dots. Now, I did not use the green on this one. I used the blue. But this one, I think I will use the green. About like that. And I think that will just about do it. That will do it. I was thinking about adding some Wink of Stella, and then I realized my Wink of Stella pen is not in here. So if you have your Wink of Stella, I put a little Wink of Stella on those. So this is the first one with the long piece across the bottom. This is one of the corners. They look different, but they're the same. Similar. So thank you for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.